Hi guys, I'm Cynthia, and in today's tutorial we'll be doing a Loomigurumi Yoshi Egg. So this is the one I made. I'll be making a change in this pattern where this one will be a little bit sharper, the top of it, and I'll be making it in glow-in-the-dark white as the main body color and jelly turquoise as the spots. Okay, this was a request, but as you can see it's not really a perfect egg. The reason being is that you know, you're making it out of bands, so that the spots tend to be a little bit more 3D on the egg, but I still think it looks quite cute. So I've taken off the white surface from the table so that you can see what I'm doing for the white part, and I'll put it back for the green, so just please don't mind if it looks a little bit ugly. Alright, so let's get started. So first of all, I'm going to take my white bands. For your first round of the egg itself, you want to make a magic ring with 4 stitches, and to do this what you're going to do is you're going to wrap your band around your hook 2 times to create 3 loops. So this is your capping band. So your first stitch for your magic ring, you're going to do a slip stitch. So you're just going to pull this band through, so you're just going to pull that capping band onto that band with your hook. You're going to reclaim this end. After that you're just going to pull this edge, or not edge, sorry, this band through this one. So that's your slip stitch. So this is 1 stitch of your magic ring. You're going to go through the center again of that capping band, so that's the 3 loops there. You're going to do 3 more single crochets. So to do a single crochet, I'm going to pull up another white band. You're going to pull that end through the capping band only, reclaim the end, so now you have 3 bands on your hook, and you're going to pull this band through everything. So this is your second stitch in your magic ring, and you want to do that another 2 times, so 2 more single crochets. So put your hook back through the center of that capping band, pull up another band through the center only, reclaim the end, pull this through everything, and you're going to do that 1 more time. Reclaim the end and pull this through. So this magic ring has 4 stitches. To make sure you have 4 stitches, just turn it onto its side and look at this teardrop shape. So these are your stitches. So you have 1 here, 2, 3, and the 4th stitch is on your hook. Okay, so for round 2 of the egg, you're going to increase it to 16 stitches, and to do this you're going to do a single crochet, an increase, a single crochet, and an increase. So let's do the first stitch, but to join this round so there isn't a big gap here, your first stitch, which was supposed to be single crochet, you want to do a slip stitch. So just put your hook through that first teardrop. So every time you do a stitch, it'll be through that teardrop. You can just pull it apart and you can see there's a hole. You can just put your hook through that. So slip stitch first. So pull this through everything, reclaim the end, and pull this end through everything. So this counts as your first stitch of your second round. What you want to do now is you want to mark that band. I'm just putting a C-clip on that band that's on my hook. That's going to mark the first stitch of that round. Okay, so your next stitch will have an increase. So an increase is basically 2 single crochets in 1 stitch. So for your next stitch, just put your hook through. You're going to do a single crochet. So you're going to pull this band through that, reclaim the end, and pull this through everything. So that's your first stitch of your increase. So you want to put your hook back through that same stitch that you went through just now, and you want to do another single crochet. Okay, moving on to your next stitch, you just want 1 single crochet. Alright, and then this is your last stitch for this round. You're going to put your hook through and you want an increase, so that's 2 single crochets in this stitch. So this is your first single crochet. Go back through that same stitch, and this is your second single crochet, so that's your increase. Okay, so now that's round 2. For round 3 you need to increase it to 12 stitches, and to do that you just want to do an increase in each one of the stitches, so that's 2 single crochets in each stitch. So let's start with the first stitch. This is 1 single crochet, and I want to take off my C-clip, and I want to move it onto this band on my hook. So I'm putting my hook back through that same stitch. I'm doing a single crochet. So from now on it's just 2 single crochets in each stitch. So I'm moving on to the next stitch. It's my first single crochet, back through the same stitch. It's my second single crochet, or my increase. Next stitch, 1 single crochet, going back through that same stitch. It's my second single crochet. Next stitch, this is 1 single crochet, back through that same stitch for my increase. Okay, next stitch, 1 single crochet, back through the same stitch for my increase. Next stitch, single crochet, back through for my increase. Okay, so that's the last stitch of this round. So round 3 has 12 stitches. Let's just count to see whether we got the right number. So you want to count starting from the stitch that has your stitch marker or your C-clip. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and your 12 stitches on your hook. So for round 4, now you want to increase it to 18 stitches, and to do this, you want to do a single crochet and increase in the next stitch, and then you do that all the way around. So going through the first stitch again, you want 1 single crochet, move your marker. Your next stitch has an increase, so that's 2 single crochets in this stitch. Next stitch, 1 single crochet. Next stitch has an increase, so that's 2 single crochets. Next stitch, 1 single crochet. I'm moving a little faster now. Next stitch, we have an increase, so there's 2 single crochets in this stitch. Next stitch, single crochet. Next stitch has an increase, so there's 2 single crochets. Next stitch, single crochet. Next stitch, increase. Next stitch, single crochet, and the last stitch of this round you have an increase. Okay, so this is round 4, which has 18 stitches. So for round 5, you need to increase it to 21 stitches. So what you're going to do is you're going to do a single crochet in the first 5 stitches, increase in the 6th, and you do that all the way around. So I'm going to count up to 5. Every time I say a number, it's just a single crochet in 1 stitch. This is 1. Next one. 2. Next one. 3, next one 4, next one 5. So your next stitch has an increase, so there's 2 single crochets. So we do that again. Next one 1, next one 2, next one 3, next one 4, next one 5. So your next stitch has an increase, so 2 single crochets in this stitch. And we want to do that one more time. So next one 1, next one 2, next one 3, next one 4, next one 5, and then you have an increase in your last stitch, so 2 single crochets in this stitch. Okay, so now you finished round 5, which has 21 stitches. So for round 6, you want to increase to 24 stitches, and to do that you're going to do a single crochet in the first 6 stitches, increase in the 7th, and you do that all the way around. So as usual, every time I say a number, it's just a single crochet in that stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So your next stitch has an increase. Once again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and increase. And one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and an increase in the last stitch. So this is the end of round 6, which has 24 stitches. So for round 7, you need to increase to 27 stitches. So what you're going to do is a single crochet in the first 7 stitches and increase in the next one, and you do that all the way around. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then next stitch increase, okay, again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so you have an increase next, okay, one more time, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and an increase in your last stitch. Okay, so this is the end of round 7, which has 27 stitches. So for round 8, you need to increase to 30 stitches. And to do that, you're just going to do a single crochet in the first 8 stitches, increase in the 9th, and you do that all the way around. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So your next stitch has an increase. Once again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and increase, and again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and an increase in the last stitch. So now you've finished round 8, which has 30 stitches. So for round 9, you want to increase it to 32 stitches. And to do this, first of all, you're going to do a single crochet in the first 9 stitches. Let's do that first. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. After that, your next stitch will have an increase. So let's do an increase. Then you're going to do a single crochet the next 10 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. After that, your next stitch, do an increase. And once you've done that, you're just going to do a single crochet in the last 9 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and last stitch 9. So this is the end of round 9, which has 32 stitches. So for round 10, you want to increase it to 33 stitches, and to do that, we're going to do a single crochet in the first 15 stitches, which we'll do now. Let's just do that first. So 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. After that, your next stitch will have an increase, which we'll do now. So increase, and after you do your increase, you're just going to do a single crochet in the remaining 16 stitches. So this time I'm not going to count, it should be correct, so just do a single crochet in the remaining stitches. Okay, so this is the end of round 10, which has 33 stitches. So what you're going to do now for round 11, you're going to increase that to 34 stitches, and to do that you're just going to do a single crochet in the first 32 stitches and an increase in the last stitch. So for this one, you actually don't need to count, you just do a single crochet in each stitch until you come to the last stitch, and you just do an increase for that one. So let's just do that. Okay, so now I've come to my last stitch. I want an increase in this last stitch. Okay, so this is round 11 done. So round 11 has 34 stitches. So for rounds 12 to 15, you need another 4 rounds of 34 stitches each. So you're just going to do a single crochet in each stitch for 4 rounds. And to do this, just take 4 bands. 4 bands here, and just put it on your table or wherever you're using it. And every time you start a new round, just take a band from here so it can help you keep track of how many rounds you're doing. So I'll just do 1 round with you, and then the other 3 rounds I will do off camera. So I'm taking a round from here. I'm starting now round 12. So you're just doing a single crochet in each stitch for 4 rounds. So each round will have 34 stitches. Okay, so I just completed round 12. So I'm just going to start off round 13. I'm taking a band from here. Now I'm going to do my remaining 3 rounds off camera, so just pause the video here and complete your additional 3 rounds of 34 stitches. So it's just a single crochet in each stitch, and then resume the video once you're done. Okay, so when you finish round 15, you should have this. So, alright, let's start with round 16. So round 16, you need to decrease it to 32 stitches. And to do this, we're going to do a single crochet in the first 15 stitches and a decrease over the next 2 stitches, and we do that another time. So once we get to the decrease, I'll just show you how to do that. But first, let's start with your 15 single crochets. So as usual, just 1 single crochet in each stitch 15 times. So 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, oops, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so to do your decrease, basically what you're going to do is you're going to join the next 2 stitches. So these 2 stitches will become 1. So what you're going to do is just put your hook back through the next stitch as usual. You're going to twist it and you're going to put it through the next stitch as well. You're going to treat these 2 stitches as 1. So you're pulling up a band through both of those stitches like so. And then you're just going to do your normal single crochet. So that is 1 decrease. So it's just basically making 2 stitches into 1. So after that, let's just continue again with our 15 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So you have 2 more stitches, so you're going to do another decrease over these 2 stitches. So put your hook through the next stitch, twist it, and put it through the last stitch. You're treating these 2 as 1, so you're just going to do a single crochet. So put that through the both stitches. Okay, so this is round 16, which has 32 stitches. So for round 17, you need 29 stitches. So what you are going to do is we're going to do a single crochet in the first 9 stitches, which we'll do now. Let's just do that first. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So now you're going to decrease over the next 2 stitches. So put your hook through, twist it, pull this band through both of those stitches, and right now you're going to do a single crochet in the next 8 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're going to decrease again over the next 2 stitches. And then you're going to do a single crochet in the last 9 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and you have one more decrease. Okay, so now we're on round 18. So round 18, we want to reduce it to 26 stitches. And what we're going to do first is a single crochet in the first 8 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to decrease over the next 2 stitches. Okay, after that, you want to do a single crochet in the next 7 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You'll be doing another decrease. Next you'll be doing a single crochet in the next 8 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then decrease in the last 2 stitches. Okay, so now we can start stuffing him, so the egg, sorry, and I'll be just pushing this band further down my hook, and I'm going to take my fiber fill. Alright, sorry, my hook's a little bit noisy. Okay, you can add more later on, but this is what I'm just going to do now. Yeah, just in case it starts overflowing, so I'm just going to do until here first. Oh no, actually I'll just add a bit more. Hang on, sorry. Okay, so for round 19, we want to decrease it further to 22 stitches, and what we're going to do first is we're going to do a single crochet in the first 5 stitches. Yep, so let's begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to decrease over the next 2 stitches. Okay. After that, we're going to do a single crochet in the next 4 stitches. So 1, 2, oops, this band's breaking. 2, 3, 4, and you're going to decrease over the next 2 stitches. And then you're just going to repeat that again. Oops, sorry, you have a decrease. Yes, we're going to repeat that again. So that's a single crochet in the next 5 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to decrease. Next we're going to do single crochet the next 4 stitches. My stuffing's coming out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're doing a decrease over the last 2 stitches. Okay, so this is round 19. So for round 20 we want to decrease further to 18 stitches, and to do that we're just going to do a single crochet in the first 5 stitches, a decrease over the next 2, and we're going to do that all the way around. So let's begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and decrease. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and decrease. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you're decreasing over the last 2 stitches. Looks like I have one extra, just let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yes, I actually do have one extra. I'm not too sure where I went wrong. I'll figure it out and then I'll just put it in the notes. But for now I'm just going to cheat by going through 3 stitches. Okay, so I'll put that in the notes. When I figure it out, I'll put it at the beginning of that round. Alright, so for round 21, we want to decrease that to 12 stitches. So this is really easy. We're just going to do a single crochet in the first stitch and then decrease over the next 2, and we do that all the way around. So 1, and decrease, next 1, 1, and decrease, 1, and decrease, 1, decrease, 1, decrease, 1, and you're decreasing over the last 2 stitches. Okay, I figured out what I did wrong in the previous round. So for round 20, actually the second set was supposed to be 6 single crochets and not 5. So yes, I'll put a note so that you can check it out before you actually do it. Alright, so before we start decreasing further, you want to make sure that this is the shape that you want. You can add more fiber fill if you want, but I don't really think I want to. Maybe just a bit more, so just hang on. Actually, now thinking about it, there might be a better way to do round 20. Never mind, I'll just put the thing in my notes when I'm done editing the video. Alright, so for the final round, which is round 22, we want to reduce this to 6 stitches. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to do 6 decreases. No more single crochets per stitch, everything is a decrease. So this is a little bit trickier now because it's much tighter. So just take your time, don't rush. Oops. And decrease. And decrease. And decrease. Decrease. And one more final decrease. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to take out this marker so it doesn't get lost in there. I'm going to go through the first stitch. I'm just going to tie a slip stitch. I'm just going to clip the end, so I'm just putting on an S clip. Alright, and then I'm just going to stuff it back at the bottom of the egg. So once you turn it around, this is the egg, this part's the top part, that's the bottom. You might need to shape it a little bit. Okay, so this is the main body of the egg. So the next part we're going to do its spots. Okay, so now we're doing the egg spots. So I'm doing mine in turquoise jelly. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make two spots which are about 24 stitches wide. Or yeah, round, or however you want to call it. So I'm taking my turquoise jelly band. First of all, I'm going to start with a magic ring with 8 stitches. So I'm wrapping this band around my hook 2 times to create 3 loops. The first stitch of my magic ring will be a slip stitch, so this counts as the first stitch. And then I'm just going to do 7 single crochets. So I'm going back through the center for single crochet. This is my second stitch. Jelly bands are a little bit more slippery, so just be careful if you're using jelly as well. So once again, single crochet. This is my third stitch. Oops. Single crochet. This is the fourth stitch. Single crochet. This is the 5th one. This is the 6th one. Seven. And 8. Okay, so for the next round we're going to increase in every stitch, so we want 16 stitches in the next round. So put your hook through the first stitch. To join this round, we just want to do a slip stitch as your first stitch, so this counts as 1 stitch. Putting on the marker. So I'm going back through for a single crochet, and from then on it's just an increase in each stitch, so just 2 single crochets in each stitch all the way around. I'm going to go faster since we're just doing rings, so it's really easy. Obviously you can do the spots in green, but I have a lot of turquoise jelly, so I'm just using this up. So let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yep, one more. Okay, so the next round we want to increase that to 24 stitches, so we're just doing a single crochet in the first stitch and increase in the next one, and then we just do that all the way around. So 1, increase, 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 1, and your final increase. So what I want to do now, I'm taking out this marker. I'm just going to fasten off by tying a slip stitch, and then I'm just going to clip the end. Okay, so I'm putting this aside and I'm going to make another one. So the exact same method, so I'll go a bit faster. 1 band around your hook, 2 times create 3 loops. You want a magic ring of 8 stitches, so your first stitch is a slip stitch. Back through the center for another 7 single crochets. So I'm just going to count this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, oops, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so I want to increase in every stitch from now on. So my first stitch will be a slip stitch, so that counts as 1 stitch, and then the rest will be single crochets. Okay guys, I actually figured out what I did wrong in the round 20 of the egg just now. I had trouble getting to 18 stitches. I was actually looking at the wrong notes. Yeah, I made my notes and I made it wrong, so I will put a note in the video, so hopefully you don't make that mistake. It's actually supposed to be 4 and a decrease, 3 decrease, and then all the way around. Sorry about that. Oh, and also another viewer did ask, like, what's the sound in the background? I just wanted to clarify that I'm actually filming this in my Soho unit on my office, and we're actually directly below the water pump of the building, so every time someone switches on or uses the water, it will go off. And yes, it's very, very irritating, but I'm kind of used to it now, so oh well, what to do. Not very good building architecture, so we just have to deal with it for now. Alright, so this is your 16 stitches. So your next round has 24, so that's in single crochet in the first stitch and increase in the next. So one, increase, 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 one, and one final increase. Okay, so I'm pulling this off. I want to fasten off by tying a slip stitch through the first stitch and the band of my hook. Pull this tight, and I'm just going to clip the end. Oops, my clip went flying. And I'm putting this aside. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to make 3 spots which have 18 stitches each. So let's start with the first one. You're going to make a magic ring with 6 stitches. So wrapping this band around my hook twice. First stitch is a slip stitch, so this counts as 1 stitch. The next 5 stitches are single crochets, so I'm just moving a bit faster. I hope you get it, since we did the magic ring in the egg. So this is the second stitch. This is the third stitch. Oops. Fourth stitch. Fifth stitch. Sorry, I'm having a bit of trouble because it's quite slippery. And one more. So for the next round you want to increase to 12 stitches. So you just want to do an increase in each stitch. Your first stitch of your next round, just to close the ring, will be a slip stitch. Oops. Oh well. Alright, then everything else will be a single crochet. So just remember 2 single crochets in each stitch for an increase to make it 12 stitches. Okay, once you're done with that, your next round will have 18 stitches, so that's a single crochet in the first stitch and increase in the next one, and we do that all the way around. So, oops, this is 1, increase, one, increase, one, increase, one, increase, one, increase, one, and one more increase. Okay, so I'm taking out the marker. I'm just going to fasten off, going through the first stitch, and I'm going to tie a slip stitch through everything, and I'm just going to clip the end. So this is one done. I want to make another 2 more, so put that aside. I'm going to go faster. So magic ring with 6 stitches. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So next round, increase in each round to make 12 stitches, but join your first stitch So this is one. Going back through to do my increase, and then from then on it's just 2 single crochets in each stitch. Okay, now I'm done with that. Next round has 18 stitches, so it's 1 single crochet and then an increase. So this is 1 and increase, one increase, one increase, one increase, one increase, one more time, one and increase. Okay, so taking this off, fastening it off with a slip stitch, and then I'm just going to clip the end. Okay, so I'm making one more, so magic ring with 6 stitches. So first one slip stitch, next 5 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Next round 12 stitches, so increase in each stitch. First stitch will be your slip stitch, so 1, and then single crochet all the way, so just increase in each stitch, 2 single crochets in each stitch. Oops. after that, the last round we're doing 18 stitches, so single crochet and then an increase. So this is 1, increase, 1, increase, 1, increase, 1, increase, 1, increase, 1, and 1 final increase. So taking this out, and then I'm just going to fasten off. And clip. Okay, so putting aside, now we're done with all the spots, we can start attaching them to the egg. Okay guys, now we're going to attach the spots. So I'm taking my egg, so make sure you have the sharp part on top, so you can position the spots wherever you want. I'm just going to attach the lower ones, the bigger ones lower on the egg. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to stitch it on using white bands. I'm not too sure how it will look like because I used the spot color bands for the other one, so I'm just going to try this. If you don't like what it looks like, then please use the spot color bands. So what you want to do is you want to go through the bands on the egg itself and through the spot. So I'm taking my white band and then I'm just going to slip stitch, and then you just want to do this all the way around. So just move on. The end with the clip, I'm just hiding it underneath. I have a lot of clips, so I'm just going to keep it on. As you can see, the stitches are quite obvious, which is why you might want to use the spot color to stitch it on, but I thought it looked a little bit too 3D if I used the spot color, so I just want to try it with the actual main egg color and see what it looks like. So if you're unsure of which one you'd like, I've got both examples for you at the end, so you can just fast forward to the end just to take a look and then just come back and well, you don't really need to come back. It's quite easy just to stitch on the spots, but yep. And also, if you want, you can, how many spots you want to make, how big you want to make them, is really up to you, but this is what I wanted to do, so it's really up to your preference as well. You don't really need to stick to what I did. It's just a guide for those who don't really want to think too much and, you know, just want to make it. If you're pulling out the stuffing, it's okay, it's normal. So don't worry about it too much. Okay, so this end, just make sure you just tuck it underneath. Don't really need to bother about it too much. And also, if you find that you have bumps like this in the spot, it's normal, because you're not stitching it. You're not matching up the stitches or anything to stitch it on, so there will be some kind of bumps. Because you have to randomly go through bands, so when you randomly do that, things like that happen. So I have, this is my last one. Since I have a lot of clips, I'm just going to clip the end. I'm not very graceful with this. Okay, and then I'm just going to stuff this into the egg. Alright, so that's one spot done. I know it's a little bit 3D, but I think this one actually looks better. So I want to attach my other big spot, I think on somewhere on the opposite side. This is, the placement is up to you, but this is how I want to do it. So yeah, I'm just going to continue attaching the spots, tying slip stitches, going through the bands in the egg and on the spot itself. Okay, so I have a question, and I hope someone can enlighten me. What I realized was these glow-in-the-dark white bands, I had, later I'll show you, but the first one that I made, I used the white spots from an older batch of glow-in-the-dark, and they're actually yellowing. So does that happen to the rest of you? I mean, would you know, do you notice whether the bands, the glow-in-the-dark yellow with time, or is there something that I'm doing wrong in keeping them? Let me know, I'm quite curious, because this is a newer batch of glow-in-the-dark, and then they are whiter than the other one that I have. So, yep. Sorry, keep rambling, but yeah, the yellowing is a bit of an eyesore, so I was just wondering. As usual, once you reach part with the clip in it, just hide the clip underneath. Okay, so now I'm going to take a clip, clipping the end, and I'm just going to hide this in the egg like that. So that's 2 spots attached, so I have 3 more. You can make more if you want, but I just don't want to really fill it with spots. So I have my 3 smaller spots. I want to put like one here, slightly above. It's not very artistic, but yep, I think I want to keep that there. Let me just position it first and take a look. Alright, I'll do that. So once again, going through the bands on the egg, on the spot, I'm just tying slip stitches all the way around that spot. So once again, clip, stuff this in. Okay, this one's a little bit squashed, it's not really round, but I'm alright with that. So I'm taking another one, I'm just going to put it yep, here. So I'm just going to fill up one side, and the other side I'm just going to have a small one. But if you want to make it a little bit more even, you can make another small one and just put more on the other side. Okay, so I'm just going to clip the end again. Stuff it in the egg. Okay, that's one side. I've only got one more, but if you want, you can just make an extra one and put it there. I don't know whether it looks a bit strange with very few spots here, but well, I'm just going to put it right in the middle. Oops. Okay, and last one. Yay, finally. Okay. Clipping the end. Okay, so this is the finished Yoshi egg. As you can see, it's a little bit 3D, but that's something you really can't help because you're making it in pieces. But this is the finished product, so I hope you like it. Let me just get my other egg. So this is the one I originally made, and this is what I meant by the yellowing of the bands. The spots are a little bit more erratic for this. So as you can see, this is the one stitched with the egg color, and this is the one stitched with the spot color. So it's really up to you which one you prefer, but I think this one might look a little bit better. So anyway, I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please give this video a big thumbs up, and do subscribe to my channel because I'll be making more Loomigurumi things in the future. So if you have any special requests, also do let me know. I try my best to make them, but I do get quite a lot of requests, so please bear with me and give me some time to get through them if I can make them at all. Alright, thank you very much, and I'll see you guys for the next video.